Hello and welcome to Beyond Borders Briefing, the channel where we bring you the latest news and analysis on international affairs. Today, we're going to talk about a major development that has been unfolding in the Middle East. 5 U.S. citizens jailed for years in Iran are expected to fly back to the U.S. today as part of a prisoner swap agreement between Tehran and Washington. The 4 men and 1 woman, who also hold Iranian passports, are set to board a plane in the Iranian capital Tehran, but the timings are unclear. They include Siamak Namazi, a businessman who was sentenced to 10 years in prison for espionage in 2016. Ahmad Shargi, another businessman who was arrested in 2018 on similar charges. Morad Tabaz, a wildlife conservationist who was also accused of spying in 2018. And 2 others whose identities have not been revealed. The release of the Americans is based on the transfer of $6 billion in Iranian funds that was earned from the selling of oil to South Korea. The money had been frozen by U.S. sanctions imposed on Iran over its nuclear program. The transfer was facilitated by Qatar, which mediated the prisoner swap deal. In exchange for the Americans, 5 Iranians imprisoned in the U.S. are expected to be freed at the same time as part of the swap. They include Masoud Soleimani, a stem cell researcher who was arrested in 2019 for violating U.S. trade sanctions; Majid Taheri, a medical doctor who was convicted of exporting medical devices to Iran; and 3 others whose names have not been disclosed. The prisoner swap deal is seen as a rare sign of diplomatic engagement between Iran and the U.S., which have been locked in a bitter standoff over the 2015 nuclear deal. The deal, which was signed by Iran and 6 world powers, including the U.S., lifted sanctions on Iran in return for curbs on its nuclear activities. However, former U.S. President Donald Trump withdrew from the deal in 2018 and reimposed harsh sanctions on Iran, prompting Tehran to resume some of its nuclear activities that had been suspended under the deal. The current U.S. President Joe Biden has expressed his willingness to rejoin the deal if Iran returns to full compliance with its obligations. However, Iran has demanded that the U.S. lift all sanctions first before it reverses its nuclear steps. The 2 sides have been holding indirect talks in Vienna since April this year, but have not reached a breakthrough yet. The prisoner swap deal is not directly linked to the nuclear talks, but it could create some goodwill and trust between the 2 adversaries. It could also pave the way for more humanitarian gestures, such as the release of other prisoners held by both sides. However, it is unlikely that it will resolve the core issues that divide them over the nuclear deal and other regional matters. That's all for today's episode of Beyond Borders Briefing. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more updates on global issues. See you next time.